Ladies and gentlemen, dear partners, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. We have a lot of partners here worldwide and available at this call. And my name is Peter Pedros. I'm CEO of PEDCO, and I'm here together with
Stefan Küffer. Welcome from my side as well. Hi.
Welcome from snowy Switzerland. So we are glad that we have this short call in December for you. And we provided to give you some information. First, we want to talk to you about some partner news, and we would like to give you an overview of some key changes with Applied Safe. We will talk a lot about what we are showing, providing you with our playgrounds and some benefits and opportunities for our partners, what we would like to do with you together in the next year, and then outlook on next steps and questions and answers. Without further ado, I would like to join to the short news. This is like a slide in one view. You get all the information you need to have for yourself. So we are really glad that we were able to extend our network of partners. We have grown to 20 partners worldwide, and there are still some others to come in our runway. And there is an Agile Craft and then Lean Kit and other companies as well. We have also an updated value proposition and an infographic on our website. I will show that to you in a minute. And we also have new metrics on Applied Safe and new information material prepared for you on your playground as well. Something that is really important for us is that you remember that each partner has 3 days of free Applied Safe training per calendar year. So if you haven't done any training yet for Applied Safe, maybe it's a good time to plan for it. We have executed several partner trainings. Next week, for example, we will be in Mexico City with our new partner, PEDCO, to give a training on Applied Safe. Something that we have also done with our partner Blue Agility is that we gave like several 1.5 to 2 hour trainings over the web. So there was no need to reserve 3 days in a row for a training or 2 days, but we just had several trainings of 2 hours. And this is something that works really fine as well. We have been quite active in this year with booths and conferences and speeches. We have been started the stages inside in third, from the Safe Day in Frankfurt to the CMMI Capability Counts in Washington, where I had a speech about scaled agility in regulated environments, and then also a Safe Meetup with Blue Agility, together with Blue Agility in Chicago, and of course we have been at the Safe Summit in San Antonio, and just recently at the Agile in Automotive in Stuttgart, where I gave a 2-hour tutorial about how to reach compliance with Automotive SPICE 3.0 and scaled agility. Next year, we have also the following committed events: the OOP 2018. This is in early February, where we will be. This is the largest software conference in Germany. We will have a speech there for 45 minutes, a booth together with our partner Kegon, and this is called the Agile Arena. This is quite a big thing, and we are excited to be there. Again, we will be a participant at the stages inside with a booth, probably also with a speech, in third in Germany, and then we will be in the USA on May 15th. There's the new Agile in Automotive conference. We have been the first partner to sign with Euroforum on that conference 3 years ago in Germany, and that conference is really taking off, and it's a very good place to be. We will be at the Safe Summit in Europe. It's not decided where it is and when it is. Probably it's in May, maybe. And of course, we are at the Safe Summit in Washington on October 1st to 5th in the USA. Again, we will be at the Agile in Automotive. This is already committed and paid, so will be happen for sure. Something that I wanted to tell you from you is also that we have our collaboration partners. We are working very strongly together with Scaled Agile and MethoPark. That's how we created our product Applied Safe. We integrated the framework and the process management tools But newly, we also continue with transformation partners, of course, like Blue Agility, like Kegon, all these gold partners with such a huge knowledge about how to implement SAFe, how to do the cultural transformation at the company side. What we do newly from this year on is that we have also tool partners. For example, we have Agility Health with their wonderful product Agile Transformation, and we have also RenTouch as a tool partner, and there are several other tool partners to come, like LeanKit and Agile Craft. And what we are doing is we implement these tools as a configurable possibilities on tooling of SAFe. So for example, if we talk about the metrics and then we want to see those metrics, then these can be included. If we talk about Agility Health radars, if you want to use them, then you just have to answer one tailoring question and they're in the tool, in the implementation, fully integrated. This doesn't mean that you don't have to do the trainings with them, but it is also fully integrated in the process model. That is what we provide, and we will continue to looking for wonderful tools which help to spread and to improve the understanding of the Scaled Agile framework as well. There will be the next opportunity in Mexico where we will use the tool and Agility Health as well, because that is something that I'm taking a little bit too far now. Okay, I won't talk about that anymore. Okay, there are several just new partners, and forget about the other thing which I just said. Okay, then of course we still have our advisory board. There's no changes, but if you want to get in contact with them directly, they're listed on our website as well. It was exciting that 3 members of the advisory board were at the SAFe Summit in San Antonio as well. So it's a good meetup, and probably we are 5 next year. Who knows? We will see that. What we got. Just as a refresher, I would like to talk about Applied SAFe 4.5. We call it Denali. That picture here is the picture of the Denali. It's in the US, and this is formerly known as the Mount McKinley. You know, each new version has a beautiful mountain as a synonym and also its name. So the next name probably could be Applied SAFe 4.5 for Fujiyama or something like that. We are not decided yet. If you have very good ideas and a beautiful mountain which you would like to see as a version name, just tell us and we will use that. Thanks. So Applied SAFe, still as a refresher, is a comprehensive process model with the roles, the activities, template, guidelines, tailoring, milestones, phases, everything which is needed to bring that to life. So it really enhances the Scaled Agile framework. As you see from the picture, it's built on 4.5, which is for us the de facto standard for scaling agility. And as you already know, you can instantiate on each level of portfolio, large solution, program, and team. And you can customize it with the built-in tailoring and run multiple concurrent process variations. So some versions are programs are probably building something which is business critical. Other programs are building systems or solutions which are only used internally, so they have less regulated environments to fulfill. So you can be a little bit more relaxed on the processes. And we increased that number of tailoring questions quite a lot, by 50% to be concrete. And now it grew from 300 tailoring options to 444. But we will talk about numbers in a moment later. Then, of course, it's extendable, adaptable, and integratable with the own process assets. A lot of companies have started now. There's one automotive supplier who will integrate it into their own process. They have 13 milestones to complete with, to work with, and it will take them almost several months to build that up so that it fulfills automotive SPICE, SAFe, and their own milestones and requirements from their own processes. It will also be upward compatible, and in spring this year, we will come up with the next version of Applied SAFe 4.5, and it will, and as we did before, it is upward compatible and closely developed and approved by Scaled Agile and we elaborated in sync, and that is why we came up with a new version. Some things of new from PEDCO, but also some changes in the Scaled Agile framework, which we want to be in sync with. The safe content is included as before, and the compliance mechanisms and capabilities for regulated environments, they have been enhanced as well and will be enhanced for the next version. There would be a lot for you to show about the new implementation, the implementation roadmap, the new tailoring options, and so on. But this is not the format which I could use to talk about that. So I would like to ask you that you watch the videos which we provide in your playground. They're excellent videos which we trained for several days. So it's really, you will see step by step what is in the new functionality, how you can do tailoring, and we provided some learning nuggets for you as well. So I talked a lot about the playgrounds, and for that I would like to switch into a playground. For that we go into Applied Safe. I just press F11, so we have a full screen button, and you see that we have each company, each partner has its own playground. I just make that a little bit smaller. Yeah, and then we have these 4 different configurations, standard configurations of the Scaled Agile framework. We have Essential Safe, Portfolio Safe, Large Solution Safe, and Full Safe. And if you navigate on each one of them, then you get into Applied Safe instance with the right configurations, which you have already in use. But we go back to the Blue Agility playground. Now, I'll make that small. And for each configuration, we have written down for you what the different configurations are. So if you're looking for a configuration where on the team level they are using a Kanban, then you see it, aha, that is something that I can use on Essential Safe. If you want to see a Kanban with class of services, then probably you want to go on the Portfolio Safe and click on the team level. If you want to show what Scrum XP looks like, how that is implemented in Large Solution and Full Safe, you can click on one of these configurations and you can use that straight away. Something that I would like to talk to you as well is that you have a lot of documentation on your playground, and there's one which I'm pretty sure about it, and you probably haven't seen that, is a compliance report. We talk a lot about compliance, and we use those compliance mechanisms for our development as well. And this is just what a compliance report looks like. And if you click on it, then you see that a PDF is opening. And if you look that up, then you see all those web pages from the Scaled Agile framework and where those web content is reflected in Applied Safe. And this is how we can say that we are 100% compliant with the Scaled Agile framework. And of course, this will be updated for the next version as well. For the name is still to be defined, but for the next version of Applied Safe. What you also see in here is that we have a lot of product documentation provided for you. There's the fact sheet, the brochure. You will find that also on our website, but you can navigate from here. Then you see also the compliance report gap analysis, which I just showed before. And here you can navigate to the metrics of the implementation. We will do that in a minute. Process modeling guideline, and if you would like to see about the tailoring, all the tailoring options which we have in Applied Safe implemented, and you want to have an overview for that, then you can click on the PNG, and then it will show it to you as well. And click on it, and now if you see it, you see a mind map of all the different options where you can click on it. Remember, we have 444 options. But in mean, you only have to answer 11 questions, and then you're through with your tailoring. I just clicked on Set. You will now see the release notes, and we were talking about videos, which you should look like. And this is the demo of the 4.5 demo together with Stefan Küffer. We did. You will also find the slide deck. That webinar is really only talking about new functionality, the new tailoring stuff, the new content of Applied Safe 4.5. It's a very good 45-minute watch, and please watch that video. Also, one video which we did together with Blue Agility, it's talking about Applied Safe compliance, how we can reach that. This was done with Applied Safe 4.0. And also, we show you some compliance, some demo reports. We don't give you the full reports. If you want to see how that could be reflected with Automotive SPICE 3.0 or with CMMI, how we can reach compliance in SAFE, here you will find those compliance mappings. And here you see how we reach System Requirements Engineering Process Group or other groups in CMMI. This is how we reach CMMI compliance. And the same is for Automotive SPICE, which I'm just showing here as well. Just press F11 again, and then we go to the playground. And then we have also some training videos, which we have to Applied Safe Update to 4.5, compliance, and some slide decks of process engineering quality managers. This is just some excerpts, so not the full trainings. This is just some excerpts which we are showing here. These will be updated for next week, and so just think of that in the next year you will get here a new version. All partners have exactly the same work and playground, and as soon as we have a new playground, it will be automatically updated for you. So you're always on the newest information level, and this is the place for you to get access, far more access than we have on our website. Talking about the metrics, I would like to go on the metrics. So let me just navigate there. If we click on metrics, you will see the new metrics of Applied Safe. I just press F11 here. And Applied Safe has grown quite a lot. If you look at the process elements, we have 4,362 process elements, and 50% of the content changed from 4.0 to 4.5. So that is something that we are providing as a value proposition to our clients as well, because that is something that we take care of. And you see also the percentage rating on each level, what it is used. But a very new metric which we have here is we calculated how much change to prior versions has been existing. So from 2.5 to 3.0, there was 53% changed, even 61% from 3.0 to 4.0, and another 50% from 4.0 to 4.5. So if that model would have been called for 5.0, this would have been supported by these numbers as well. You also see how the process elements as per version grew over the time. So we started with 1,800 process elements with 2.5 and a little bit above 4,000 elements right now with 4.5. So this is like showing also the improvements on the understanding of the Scaled Agile framework. Also the framework grew a lot. So this is something that is showing as well. If you go back on the metrics itself, there's something that I would like to show you as well. And we go now back to the presentation, and you have that into your playground as well. Those metrics, you see here the excerpts of those metrics and the documentation which I was talking about. You can link that from your playground directly. And there's a value proposition which is also on our website, but also on the value proposition of the Applied Safe website. You get there when you click on the value proposition. And based on these numbers and our experience, we present an infographic, something like we got inspired here from the Scaled Agile framework. And we say that 67% of the time is you can spare, because you have less discussion time on how to interpret SAFE, because Applied SAFE is such a precise model. And if you would like to build such a model by yourself, you would like to have to spend at least 16 person years to build such a model. So this is what you save And even if you're able to do that and you're willingly to do that, it will cost you 2 years of delay until you have that. So this is something that we do reduce as well. 2 years of cost of delay reduced. The 444 built-in configuration and tailoring options are already mentioned. The change rate, 50 to 61%. Reduced ramp-up time for new hires, we think it's reduced by 2/3 because you can give them a training on SAFe and say, hey, here's the process defined, here's your role definition, your role responsibilities with the complete RASIC, and you know what you should do. You will reach level 5 on CMMI, level 3 on Automotive Spice, based with our so-called level 5 capabilities, and these are 20 SAFe add-on processes for compliance within regulated environment. Actually, we have 27 defined reference models, CMMI, ASPICE, IC 62304, the FDA Chapter 11, the Federal Aviation Association reference model. And with that, you can have fast process improvement by 33%. And the only thing what customers need, they need at least 3 days of training effort to engineer applied SAFe by themselves. This is something that we came up with an infographic, and you can look that up. And we think it's a wonderful tool to talk with customers. We did that as well. And when we did that, we only showed that graphic, and now it's also part of the applied SAFe fact sheet. It's on the back. You can use it directly. We have updated our value proposition, and based on these numbers, we say that we implement fast and precise. We can customize specifically. Customer can establish compliance and set up a learning, innovation, and improvement in one row. We came up with another possibility to view that, and you have a survey in your configuration. Please answer that survey, because that is a different kind of how to show that information, and just tell us which one you like more, the one with the columns or that one with the squared tails. Okay, I see we are at 20 minutes, so I would like to talk about exciting benefits and opportunities for our partner. And this is something that we do because we want to create successful business. Successful business means that we want to create leads for each other, new consulting transformation for you and also for us, new applied SAFe licenses sold. So we're going to support each other. And one thing that I would like to talk to you and continue on that is that we do joint webinars on specific topics. For example, we have done one with Blue Agility on compliance, and we plan to perform about 20 webinars on scaled agile topics. And you see that in the list. It's 20 to 40 minutes, and then 10 minutes for Q&As. And please come up to us with new ideas, what you think that people would like to hear, what they would like to see, what probably for your customers are of time worth. And then we offer that we do such a training or such a webinar together. And then we do that, co-advertise it. We also co-brand it with the logos. And there's a list on the right side with what we have already done. Some things that we plan on. So if you would like to join one with them, I would like to do that as well. This is the example, the recording as well of what we did together with Blue Agility. And there's also the possibilities that we go on conferences and do workshops there or tutorials together. We do that several times. And there's our current plan. And we are still, we think that we are quite good established in the automotive industry so far. What we would like to extend next year is to medical device and to finance. So if you have some conferences or possibilities to do something in the medical device area or for financial conference, we would really love to do so. We have just found out that there's not so much feedback from the Agile conferences. So we would like to focus more on specified industry-specific conferences. There are some other possibilities, and here I would like to hand over to Stefan.
Yes, I mean, when you are performing SAFe trainings, is it the SAFe practitioner, SAFe agilist, or the SPC trainings?
it's quite worthwhile if you're working for a company and executing those trainings in a company where there is demand for more process views of the framework, maybe also regulatory views, that you extend the training by a specific view on how this could be developed based on applied safe. And it's even kind of training that is extending the skills of those people that it then wants to bring into the certification process. So what we offer, one option is to have just one extension day where we dig into the details of applied safe to understand how such a process model does look like, how you can establish such a process model. We dig into the details also of safe, which is helping the participants also to survive much better the certification afterwards. The next, another option that we also do provide is a training of about 2 to up to 3 days, which is then especially for the compliance in regulated environments, where we dig into all the details of specific reference frameworks and how we apply them and map them to the process model based on safe content, and then discuss specific elements like, for example, how does project management or risk management look in an agile approach based on the safe framework and in an implementation based on applied safe. So this gives a lot of additional input that helps the people to look to the future, how they can implement safe in their environment based on a process model, but also to help them to succeed in the certification process for safe.
Thanks, Stefan. And what we also say for the next version, the current is Denali. It will come up in March 2018, as we have planned it already. The next public webinar on Applied Safe is on January 30th, 2018. And the demo playgrounds, they are up to date and ready for all of our partners. And we didn't get a question yet in the question box or in the chat box. If you have some questions, just type it in right now and we will answer them, because we are coming to the finish of our short partner news. And if you want to have an online demo, just get in contact with us on those emails which we have just written for, and then we will organize it together for you. We do a lot of co-webinars with the partners, like first introduction of Applied Safe. This is something that we would love to do and love to do to continue on that. Our mission is, as we state here, and there was one thing that we did last year, the Cyclotron 2016, and this is something that brings me up because it's something that we are really working on. We are building solutions that help people to get happier and to get more excitement in their life. For example, this was bringing me to tears as well when I saw people which lost their arms or legs are able to walk or do something again. And this is something that drives us as well. With that, we would like to hear with you. We would like to start with specific webinars together with you. And please start with us on specific conferences. And we don't know about everything about all those conferences. So if you see a really good conference, come up to us and we would like to do something with you. Spread a word about Applied Safe. You already do. We know that, and it's really great. And just remember that we offer free trainings for you 3 days per calendar year. So get in contact with us, and we will do that also just on 2 hours web sessions. So nobody had to travel, no expenses for traveling and so on, no lost consulting days, just free training for you. And plan with us together to perform extended safe trainings, like safe for regulated environments, something like that. Those would be very great if you do that as well. I don't see any further questions so far, so with that we would like to close, and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we hope to see you all in person, face to face, next year. And for those which we haven't seen so far, all the best. Merry Christmas from our side.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for your attention, and just download the slide deck which is on your website as well. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.